I think he had a very successful career. Initially, he wanted to be a medical doctor. That's the fun part of the story. But later on, he found himself in the engineering field, and I think he had a very great career because he turned out to be one of the best in the country.
Emmanuel August Mendy, a GTTI lecturer, founded this fabrication and manufacturing company, E. Mendy & Sons, in 1994, manufacturing bolts and nuts, reboring and repairing engine blocks, crankshafts, brake discs, and modifying all types of spare parts. After some time in the business, he decided to branch out into welding, fabricating steel gates, security doors, windows, sliding gates, school furniture, and a lot more. He grew his company to the point where he received government contracts to manufacture school furniture and billboards. Business was booming until the inevitable happened in 2013. He died leaving 5 children behind, 3 boys and 2 girls. 2 of the boys, James and Paul, decided to step up and take over their father's business. Because their father died and the business was managed by their mother, Joanna Mendy, both James and Paul went on to study mechanical engineering. But Paul changed his program to mechatronics engineering after his first year in university.
My first year at university, I was studying mechanical engineering, but later I came across mechatronics, and this was a course that really impressed me because it was an interdisciplinary course between mechanical, electronics, and you do a little bit of computer programming. So later on, I diverted to do mechatronics engineering, and I graduated last year, honors in mechatronics engineering.
They both have engineering degrees, but Paul realized that focusing solely on engineering would not benefit the business that much because they have enough engineers on the ground. So he began reading business development books, finance books, and basically assumed a leadership role because he was the first president of the Gambia Student Association in Northern Cyprus, and he also worked as a waiter in Noah's Ark Hotel. Because of that, the people skills and leadership came in naturally, and he's applying it in his dad's business. Since James is more of a machine guy and he likes fixing things, he is focused more on the engineering side of the business, and Paul runs the business side of the business. When he took over the management of the company, one of the first things he did was revive the welding department and introduce the EMS cabinet, which manufactures iron wooden furniture.
So I graduated last year, so when I came back, I was actually working here with my brother, but then from a distance, I saw many possible improvement in terms of the welding and fabrication because the section was very dormant. We were only focus on government contracts or making your school furnitures and tables, but at the end things went south. I don't know whatever the reason is, but we started losing contract. But we can't just focus on government contract, so I decided to focus on the welding and fabrication section, and I saw the need to create new furnitures rather than waiting on the government contracts. So I did my first design of the iron wooden bed, and I communicated it with the team, and then we built it, and everybody was fascinated by its uniqueness and its quality. That then encouraged me to push myself further to make a design, and we also fabricated the iron wooden wardrobe, which is now trending on TikTok and Instagram. That one was also successful. This is when people start realizing the quality of our work, you understand. So to get more exposure, I talked to few people and encouraged them to give me the money to buy materials and fabricate for them at no cost. So I had very few people, like 4 people, who trusted me, and they gave me the materials. We did it for them. We use it as sort of a marketing. That was a marketing strategy I used, and that's how EMS cabinet started. Within 3 months, we were able to change the narrative. Like I said, the social norm that wooden furnitures are the best because they are fancy. Now people tend to realize that, okay, we can make this with iron, and it's gonna give us best quality. So within 3 months, we were able to put into the market the floating table, the iron wooden wardrobes, the iron beds, you name it. And there's more to come. We just started. I was brought up by an engineering family, we were actually raised within the workshop environment. So you grow to love what you are doing. You see people manufacturing things from scratch and all that. Basically, the most fascinating thing is that recently I was going through the company's file to check for a particular project document. Then I came across a report that was written 12 years ago, And then when I went through this report, I saw my father already had this idea, and it was written in that report. So EMS cabinet is not a new thing. It was something that my dad has envisioned and has written it down. So then I realized that, I'm not doing anything new. I'm living his dream. We were actually prepared for this. As he have mentioned, we lost him on August 25th, 2013, which we didn't expect. We were at a very early age. I was 17 and he was 19. So we faced a lot of challenges, but thank God with the help of some family and friends, we were able to get through.
If you're enjoying this video so far, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. It will mean a lot to me. Subscribe and like. اشترك في قناتي. Abonnez-vous, c'est mon channel. Initially, James had planned to study business economics, but he changed his mind because Dad wanted him to study mechanical engineering.
When I was young, mostly during summer holidays, our dad would force us to go into the workshop and do some little chores like cleaning the machines, oiling and all that, and the petty jobs like drilling. And that's how we grew up. Then later on in the future, I decided, as I was going for school, I want to be a business economics student. So I went to study that. When I graduated from high school, that was in 2011. He gave me money personally to go to GTTI, which I did. Took the money and went to GTTI, get admission and get accepted for the mechanical engineering. Then later on, I said, no, this is not what I want to do. He wants me to go into engineering. Why not I just take the money and go to Western International College and continue my business economics? He didn't know that I was going in for that. It took him 2 weeks to realize that I didn't go to GTTI, and then he was angry with me. So the following year, he passed away. So with me feeling that guilt, I was like, the only thing I can do to make this man happy, now that he's no more here and he's deceased, why not I just go in for engineering? That's what's gonna make him happy. This is what he wanted me to do. So I took up the course. It was a big challenge for me, but with the help of the books the dad had at home, he had a full book shelf concerning about this mechanical engineering. So I started, studying ahead, even to the point I went in to do the City and Guilds exam of UK, level 2 IVQ technician certificate, which came out good with merits and distinctions. After the course, I started coming to the workshop frequently, for my internship. Then with the help of my senior staffs here, I was able to acquire more experience, and then I was really grounded, ready to face the real challenges of a machinist engineer. Inside the field of machining, experience counts. It's not just about the paper. So when you come with the paper there and okay, I have this diploma or I have this BSc, when you come inside the machining field, you have to step back a bit and you have to study from the experienced personnel who you meet there if you want to have the two. So if you're trying to challenge them that you have the document, they will also challenge you. I have the experience. They will resist it. So that's going to be a friction, but with time you'll get used to sharing. Okay, you know what? I need the practical. These people have the practical. I have the theory. So you have to step back a bit and start to learn from them slowly. So, and then it's advantageous if you do that, because once you get the practical aspect, the theory comes in, and then all these formulas you are doing in the school will start showing. Oh, this was what we are studying. But if you come with just the document, you will not be able to apply it on the machines.
In terms of the work environment, sometimes being a young leader, you can face a lot of friction. You know how the mentality is when you're very young and you're from having a degree. You only have the theoretical knowledge, so you also meet people who have a lot of experience. So for you guys to blend in, sometimes you guys have a little bit friction, but at the end with the team, we're able to communicate and everything goes smooth.
Most most of these materials we are using are mainly brass, cast iron, and some high-speed, let's say, steel. And then some of these factories that manufacture them are not in the country, so we would have to acquire it to make a part. And then, or you go and check it from the scrap yards. These scrap yards are mainly controlled by foreigners like Indians and the Senegalese. If they remove the parts from like a running part, like a propeller shaft from a ship, they will buy it at a kg cheaper. But when you go to buy it, they know that you are a machinist engineer and that you are going to use it to fabricate another part. They will give you a higher cost. And then the tooling, also you have to order it, because in Gambia here we don't have any factory manufacturing any of those. So it's really expensive to run such a business here.
It is quite common here for businesses to fail or close down when the owner is no longer there, because mostly people build their businesses in a way that the business solely depends on them. When they go out, so does the business. But luckily for Mr. Mendy, his boy stepped up. An advice to business owners out there: build your business around systems, because the system will stay, but individuals, no.
Advice I'll have for most of the youths, let's say mostly the younger ones in high school, is that they have to listen to their parents' advice about their career. Yeah, for me right now, I have seen that this is the right career for me.
The advice I will give is like, be passionate, go for what you want, because at some point in life you're gonna face challenges, and then it's that passion, that zeal in you that's gonna give you the courage, the push to go. EMS cabinet is not what you see on the media. We face challenges, and me myself, I have a history itself, because I got rejected twice by the American embassy, I got rejected twice by the Canadian embassy, and once by France. But guess what? All these rejections got me where I am today, because Richard Castles once said, rejection isn't failure. Failure is giving up. Everyone's get rejected, but it's how you handle it that determines where you will end up.
As always, I'll leave links and contacts in the description box if you want to support their business, and also do follow them on Instagram at eMendy & Sons. Thank you so much for watching.